Hey, welcome back to Wednesday. Wednesday's the hump day and day. It's not my favorite, not my worst day, but I always know, you guys know that I look forward to Thursday, but I think you're going to find a blessing in today's Power Minute. I'm Lina. Welcome to this Instagram or YouTube page. If it's your first time, welcome. If you are a comment leaver, thank you. And if you are following us everywhere else that we are on, if you've just read Fractured Faith, my book came out recently. It's on Amazon. I think it came out a week ago. It's on Amazon. You need to buy it. Join us on Thursday Night Community. Anyway, a lot going on in our ministry, but mainly we want to glorify God. That just means we want to lift Him up. He's the reason we're here. He's the reason we're doing what we're doing. And He's the reason we're going to be able to really enjoy today's Power Minute. Today's Power Minute is called Find Rest in Him. Our verses Hebrews 4, 9, and 10. So then there remains a Sabbath rest for the people of God. For whoever has entered God's rest has also rested from his works as God did from his. I have a lot of bad habits, but there's one that sticks out. No matter how hard I try to avoid it, every so often I look down on my dashboard and see the empty light blinking at me. Over and over I forget to fill up. I end up scrambling for the next closest gas station to avoid a disaster. It's the worst feeling in the world. I tend to do the same with the Lord. I run myself ragged until I absolutely am forced to rest. God gave us 7 days in the week, and one of them He meant for rest. Yet over and over, if you're like me, you'll catch yourself trying to make the most of every moment of every day, including the Sabbath. That is, until you're running on nothing but fumes. But the Sabbath, you see, was meant to remind us that we cannot do it on our own. It's meant to remind us to trust God with our lives. Are you guilty like me of running on fumes? Perhaps it's time to pull over and rest. God's peace will sustain you when you're too empty to go on. His grace is sufficient when you feel like you can't go on another mile. Now think about this. How faithful are you to rest in the Lord when your life gets hectic? What are some ways you can carve out times of rest in the course of your day today? Now, honestly, I feel so strongly about this that we opened the Hope Ranch in order to provide you an opportunity to come and rest. It's a retreat center open to individuals to come on semi-silent retreats. You can find out what that means on our website. It just really means a time for you to put away your phones and focus on what God's doing and saying in your life. Or it's a time for teams of 15 people or so to come and enjoy that community with God and others. So if you're really starving for what I just wrote here, it was read to you in this Power Minute, that we can find rest in God. We need to fight for the Sabbath. We need to have a lifestyle of Sabbath. If that's you, I invite you to come to the Hope Ranch. And maybe today you can't leave town and come to the Hope Ranch. Listen, God's rest is yours today, right now, no matter what you're doing. So just take a moment and center yourself on the truth of who God is and what He's done for you. And as you do so, remember that you're not in this alone. God is for you, He's with you, and He's accomplished and given you everything you need in Him. So run to Him for rest. If you feel super swamped today, even more than usual, this is the time you need to put things on the shelf and stop for a few minutes and remember who God is and put Him at the forefront of your mind. All right, will you do that for me? If you need help with that, send me an email or direct message me. I'll pray for you. We've got some resources I think that will bless you in that regard. And really, all in all, just know that we're all in this struggle together, but we are going to fight for it because it's worth it. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of the day.